It's WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. Mark Hilliard is with us. He is the president of the Indiana County Chamber of Commerce, joining us on this beautiful Wednesday morning. This is what they call, Mark, a Chamber of Commerce type of day, isn't
Absolutely. Better than the last couple days.
it?
It's going to get even better, too.
Better than the last couple of, the last 8 months.
Well, that's true. It's Western PA.
Yeah, we're used to that. But this is a beautiful day, and we get a chance to get a fresh look at Indiana County, and we want to take a fresh look at some events that are coming up. You got something really big coming up for Indiana County here very shortly.
Well, we got in the short term, we have quite a few big events. We have the State of the County address with the Indiana County Commissioners. Yeah. That's coming up May 6th, so just a couple of weeks away, and that's going to be over at the Hilton Garden Inn. And it's a breakfast, so you can grab breakfast and get to listen to the commissioners. We would encourage people. This is the first time we've done it in person. We've done it online the past couple of years just for reasons that, we had to do it that way just to be responsible. But now we're excited to be able to do this online. I think they are in person, and the commissioners are too. And if you can't make it, you can still submit your questions to questions@indianacountychamber.com. That's questions with an S at indianacountychamber.com. And if you have anything to ask them, we'll try to get to all those questions and look forward to a great morning. So that'll be the first big thing we have coming up on the schedule, and then other stuff later in the month and in June. It's a very busy couple of months.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not sure how far in advance you want me to go, but
well, that event is a very important one, and we don't need to spend a whole lot of time on it because we had the commissioners talking about it yesterday.
Yes. Here
on Indiana in the Morning, but that's. I don't want to say it's a rare opportunity, but it really is when you get to sort of get them in a forum setting where they can toss the question around and they can really dig into it as deeply as they can and help people to understand exactly what's going on, whatever that question might be.
It's what's great about it is, we have the eggs and issues with our state legislators. That's usually at the end of the summer. And we wanted to do the same type of thing with the commissioners. And that was always the plan for years, and just finally we're able to do it. But unfortunately, COVID happened, so we were doing it online. But the amazing thing, and this was brought up at our board meeting last week, was that we really have such great leadership in the county, from the state level and the county level, in particular with just how well everybody is willing to work together. And I think that's why we get a lot of things done here. And even though I know there are people that want certain things to happen or happen a lot quicker than they do. But when you get recognized by other counties in terms, you guys are the ones who work together, and I think Commissioner Gorman specifically brought that up, that somebody else or one of the other groups of commissioners made that comment about Indiana. I mean, we feel pretty good about that. We've got great leadership, and this is a great opportunity, and tickets are available. So if you'd like to attend that and get to talk with the Indiana County Commissioners, we would love to have you there. It's open to the public. You don't have to be a chamber member, so you'll get a great meal and get to talk with the commissioners and have them answer some questions.
Yeah, and then you open the doors to the Hall of Fame here shortly.
We do. Yeah, that's. I'm very excited about that. I think it's going to be a great event. We've really tried to kind of up the ante on that, just making it a little more fun. We did a red carpet last year, which we're going to continue, and did that live on Facebook. So we've tried to make the event really a celebration of the people we're honoring and inducting, but also a real fun event for anybody who does attend. And generally, that we do hear that's my favorite event that we attend with the Chamber of Commerce. So we like to hear that, and we want to keep trying to find ways to make it better. But that's on June 23rd. Invitations won't go out here for another few weeks. We generally try to send them out about a month in advance, but we did send out the save the date, and it's never too early to make your reserve your seat or your table. And we certainly look for sponsors for all those events. They're all very, very well attended. So in particular with the Hall of Fame, if you're a business out there that wants to support, either honor one of these people that are getting inducted or just support the event itself, there's a lot of people there, and you're able to get your logo out there and your name out there in front of hundreds of people that are pretty attentive that day. So we would encourage you to get your tickets for any of those events soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Now,
and that's at the Indiana Country Club, on June 23rd.
Are there other big events coming up? You sort of hinted that.
Yeah, well, we have our golf. We have a lot. We've got our golf tournament that's on May 26th, so it's the Thursday before Memorial Day weekend. And it's not a tournament; it's an outing. I always say tournament, but there's really no tournament portion of it, but it's a fun, relaxed atmosphere. All these events are really great for networking. If you're looking to go, if you're somebody who's a business owner or an employee of one of the chamber members in town or any business in town, it's a great opportunity to network. And usually that golf outing gets a lot of the people that would come that I don't want to say are CEOs, but we get a lot of leaders in the county that would attend that as well. So it's an opportunity to kind of in a relaxed atmosphere be able to network and have a good time. And hopefully we get some good weather here. And we're one of the first outings. That's why we moved it up to May. We'll be one of the first outings to kick off kind of the golf outing season.
Sure.
But that'll happen. And then we have our paddle and picnic down in Blairsville on June 11th. And that's great opportunity if you're an outdoors person. You get to kayak down a great, beautiful stretch of Indiana County that most people don't get to see. And then we have a kind of an after hours. It's a Saturday, but we'll have that event. And then I was just telling Josh when he came in, we have with the Altoona Curve, Indiana County Day is June 18th. Mm-hmm. And that'll benefit portions will benefit the United Way of Indiana County. So it's a very busy couple of months.
It really is. We're talking with Mark Hilliard from the Indiana County Chamber of Commerce here this morning on Indiana in the Morning. I want to circle back to something that we were not talking about between you and I today, but we were talking about down the hall the other day. The new ownership of the Indiana Mall have indicated that they're going to really make a push here, make an effort in Indiana County to get the mall back up and fill up some of those empty storefronts, bring in some anchors, and boy, that would be a great boon to Indiana County, just in terms of being able to attract other businesses here to have that shopping option be much stronger than it is right now.
Yeah, it was funny. There were so many rumors with that place, and even when we found out what was going to happen with it or the plans to happen with it, we couldn't really say anything. But it's nice now to be able to say, yeah, they want to keep it retail as best they can, but they want to fill those storefronts, and certainly that part of that is getting those anchor stores in. So. My feeling is you'll probably hear more announcements in terms of what some of those might be coming up relatively soon. But we have a great mall, and it's a different time. It's not the 80s anymore where malls are everywhere and they're booming. But I think we have some great anchor stores there, and I think if we can just get the right fit and get a couple of new stores inside, we can drive more traffic there. But it's obviously a good thing if we can create that retail section. In the county, we have a beautiful downtown with a lot of shops here and very unique shops and a lot of great opportunities. But I think having that mall kind of get back up, maybe not to the level that it used to be, but because it's a different time. But I think that it certainly can take a couple big steps. And I think the new ownership has the right plan in mind. So I'm looking forward to meeting with them and hopefully with some other folks in the county and seeing what we can do to help.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, developments at the Jimmy Stewart Airport, and we look at our various industrial parks and the opportunity to bring businesses there. And right now, it's probably a pretty exciting time because we've got all of that going on, and the owners of the Homer City Generating Station have announced that they're going to make a renewed effort as well.
Yes. Boy, it's funny how a year can change things. And I remember talking with you, a year ago saying, we're not giving up on this just yet. And it took some things to kind of work in our favor, especially with the courts. But it's nice to have that announcement made, certainly with the Homer City Generating Station, and then that has a trickle-down effect on everything, including the school district. But I think if anything, that helps to give us time to be able to work with them to make sure that we can keep that site viable for a number of years beyond just the next 3 or 4. But that's exciting news. It's great news, and it's great to be able to talk about the Homer City Generating Station in a positive light, as opposed to, oh no, what's going to happen with Reggie, what's going to happen with this. But that's good news, and certainly we've been getting a lot more traction with those business parks that you mentioned. Can't announce anything yet, but we've had a couple of meetings with people, and I think that we're going to see some other developments taking place. So right now, the outlook's really good, in terms of where the county's headed. We certainly would love to be able to help on the workforce front and fill more jobs. But I mean, the truth is we're getting a lot more interest in our areas, and I think that's going to only be a good thing for the county. And the more businesses we can bring in, not just the retail and the restaurants. That's what everybody asks about. But those ones that will create jobs and the manufacturers and the ones in agriculture, and some of those are going to be coming, and hopefully have some announcements soon.
And a part of that whole formula has to do with something that you were here for just recently, and that is the announcement of an educational initiative
Yeah.
that is going to be quite rewarding for both students and a teacher each year, thanks to the folks at Colonial Auto Group.
Yeah, and the Excellence in Education Awards. We've had a couple of other meetings about that, and superintendents have met too. We're trying to develop the framework for exactly how students are going to be nominated, but we can't wait for that. I think that's going to be something that's great. And sometimes we do get asked, why are we have such a focus on the high school with the chamber of all the high schools, and we really feel that. Really preparing the workforce of the future is going to eliminate some of these challenges that we're currently facing. So if we can better prepare these kids for what, to enter that workforce and be more productive members of the workforce right out of high school or right out of college, whatever they would choose, we're going to have a better opportunity, number one, to try to keep them here to work here in Indiana County, but also to eliminate some of these challenges where, not only we're not getting people in these jobs, but the people who are there don't have some of the skills that, essential skills, even attendance and
Sure.
motivation, work ethic, things like that, communication. So we're trying to really provide for these kids to make sure that what's happening now doesn't happen 5 years from now. And this is a great step. We're giving away cars for student, a car for a student, a car for a teacher. You can't have more motivation than that. And
Sure.
we were over at the Employment Expo last week and talking a little bit about that, and we had a lot of questions from the students about the car. What kind of car is it? And so we had more questions about that than anything else. But that's good. We want students to be excited about it. That's the whole purpose of it, and hopefully it motivates them to do the right thing and get involved with the school and the community and really buckle down on not just their academics, but on the essential skills as well.
Absolutely. I just checked, and you're not getting any younger, and neither am I.
Well, obviously.
Those youngsters who are in school right now, if we can develop them to the point where there is opportunity for them here, that we can retain them here as part of our population. That's what's going to keep Indiana County a vital force and a viable force, really.
Absolutely. Yeah, there are more opportunities here than I think most kids realize. It's just when you're in high school around Indiana County, you automatically think that there's nothing here. That's what I used to hear all the time when I was in high school. And then you get out and you start to look around and you're like, wow, there's a lot more here that I never had any idea. So we want to try to get those opportunities to students.
Absolutely. He's Mark Hilliard, Chamber of Commerce. Thanks for coming in today.
Hey, thanks, Todd. Good seeing you.
I didn't ask you this. Do you have a after hours coming up soon?
Not until May.
May.
We don't have anything coming up for the next couple of weeks. But next big event's the State of the County on May 6th.
Very good. Very good. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM and AM 1160. 24 and a half after 9 o'clock. Coming up, Boomer has the CBS Sports, and then Josh Widdison in our WCCS newsroom on this Wednesday morning. Mostly sunny today. High temperature 52 degrees. We've got a little bit of climbing yet to do today because the temperature at this moment is 37. And Indiana County 911, as it has been all morning, remains clear.